Hi there, so I wanted to talk about maintaining friendships and the importance of that during eating disorder recovery. Something I was really quite poor at when I struggled at different phases with my recovery was slipping off the radar and just wanting to kind of go underground because I felt I was struggling and I didn't feel able to articulate to friends how much of a struggle that was because I didn't feel they could understand. And what I cannot urge you more strongly enough to do is to stay in contact, to maintain communication, to trust that your friends, your family, your colleagues are best placed to judge how well they can handle what it is that you need to disclose, how well they can cope with where you're at with your journey with your mental health. If you trust and care about someone enough and you are in a strong enough friendship with someone that you have already shared with them about your eating disorder, I would wager that they would be there for you at no matter how difficult a point your journey becomes. So the very last thing you should be doing is disappearing off the grid, because that is where the eating disorder dialogue has even more space to go gate crashing right in and to tell you that alone is your best friend and that you need no one else in your life because you've got your eating disorder. So it's really important to keep up that social network. Now, more than ever, that's a difficult thing to be doing right now when we're in lockdown and our access to our friends and family in the normal social way of actually interacting with them in a physical sense, that is far more difficult. But I really am urging you to keep up that sense of communication, interaction, whether you're using technology to do that, whether it's phone calls, whether it's video-based Zoom or Skype, whatever it is, maintain that communication. And even if you have to say, sometimes I feel overwhelmed by the video calls or the phone calls and I'm too tired, but I know that I need to be in contact via messaging or emails. And I hear that often. I hear that really often from people that are in recovery. Would you mind if we kept this over a messaging format rather than having to articulate through my voice or you to see me visually? That's fine. And your best friends, your most supportive colleagues, your closest family members, they will understand that, but they will understand that far better than you going to ground, disappearing, because it's really hard to understand where somebody is with their mental health journey when they just choose to switch off. We can't know how best to help somebody if they disappear. Now, I would add to that to say that one of the very reasons that we exist at Wednesday's Child is because we know sometimes it's hard to have those conversations with those that we love, and sometimes it's hard to maintain contact with people that know us more well than perhaps an anonymous organisation does. So if from that you find that actually that's where Wednesday's Child's befriending scheme would help you better, then please, I'd rather that than you have that kind of journey of isolation with your eating disorder recovery. I'd far rather you feel that you allow us to bridge the gap where you don't feel at the moment you are best able to sustain your kind of need for friendship and compassion. So you can always drop us a line and tell us what it is you need. I hope that helps, but please don't be alone and don't switch yourself off from the world, because we don't want the eating disorders creeping in and taking over that void. It's really important we have friendship and contact.